In the victory over North, he did a super job coming in there for Firestone. In fact, Coach Fortner uses a real stable of running backs. He shuffles them in and out of there. We saw about 5 different guys in the offensive backfield in that game.
Davis, he had Moore, who came in there, caught the winning touchdown pass. Eric Harris, Troy Starks, Cantrell, as you mentioned, Bob, 185-pound junior who was a real tank that game against North.
Julius Griffin, a sophomore, the other deep man, and Cantrell is going to go over and take it at the middle of the field at the 10. He's up the middle of the field, the 15, the 20, crosses the 20 to about the 24, maybe the 25-yard line, where a host of Rams bring him down, and Firestone will get set to go on offense as we begin the City Series championship game from their own 25-yard line, or close to it.
Pat Anderson, the tight end offensively for the Rams, down there to make sure that Cantrell didn't get much further.
Cantrell will remain on the field there, the 185-pound junior in the backfield. The quarterback is Andre Borders. Damon Davis, a 185-pound junior, is the fullback. The backs are split. And here is the give to the first man, and that's the fullback Davis fighting for yardage off left tackle. Crossed the 25, got to about the 27. Give him 3 yards on the carry. And a 2nd and 7 coming up now for Firestone.
Sean Marsh, big defensive end for the Rams, doing a good job of bringing him to the turf that time. Looks like Randy Buckner, if I'm not mistaken, Bob, has gotten the starting call at the quarterback slot.
Well, Randy Buckner, we knew it was a strong bet to play a lot in this ball game, and you're right, it's number 9 and not number 4. So Buckner is the quarterback for the Falcons. And he hands off up the middle for very little yardage, maybe 2, to about the 29-yard line as he hands off to his fullback for a couple of yards.
Good penetration by the defensive left side of the Garfield line, thwarting that play, and then Derek Martin, the fine inside linebacker, putting the finishing touches on the ball carrier. Buckner, Bob, gives the Rams a little bit more, or the Falcons a little bit more of a balanced attack, because he can throw the football well.
Julius Griffin is wide to the right side, the sophomore. Only wide out, back split, back to throw. Buckner got a man out there at the 39, across the 40, and out to the 44-yard line. And on the receiving end for the Falcons, Julius Griffin, who was set out wide to the near side.
Well, Julius Griffin, only 140 pounds, a junior, making a nice reception on the play, finding a seam in the Garfield zone. And Buckner, as we mentioned, Bob, giving him a little extra dimension with the passing game, hits Griffith for the first down.
Okay, early first quarter action. Firestone on its opening possession with the first down of the game at their own 43-yard line. Got a wide out on the right side this time, and here's the quarterback Buckner on the counter play, coming off right tackle for a couple of yards to the 45. A gain of just under 2 on the play. Let's see, they're going to rule he was hit down really for no gain back around the 43-yard line.
Derek Martin, a very, very fine inside linebacker for the Rams, and brother of Dwayne Martin, their offensive halfback, finding a little gap in the line there, shooting through there, and nullifying the ball carrier. Practically no gain at all on the play.
Nate Moore, a 155-pound sophomore, checks into the offense. 2nd and 10, Firestone at its own 43-yard line. Moore is wide right, back split, and the give off the right side across the 45, out to the midfield stripe before he is cut down. Nice gain of about 7 on that play for the Falcons. As the give was to the running back Harris that time, Eric Harris, who had a good ball game against North.
Eric Harris on a slant play to the right that time, running from left halfback spot, picking up about 6 yards on the play, Robert, and it's a big 3rd down play again. We'll see if the Falcons can convert for the 2nd consecutive time here.
Opening drive of the football game. Firestone has the ball. Starks is split out wide to the left side this time. Buckner getting the starting nod at quarterback rather than Borders. Oh, here's a big hit right at the line of scrimmage for little or no gain right at the midfield stripe. And the Rams stopped that play cold.
Well, it was an inside belly series. They were hoping that the Rams would go for the first man, and then they gave the ball to the second man going through. But Alati, the fine nose guard for the Rams, coming in there and tripped up the fine running back, Eric Harris, for no gain, and Firestone forced a punt on 4th down.
Okay, punting situation for the Falcons. Snap is good. Kick is in the air. And it hits on the far side of the field and rolls just inside the 20, where it's picked up and then being hit immediately over on the far side of the field for the Rams was Thomas Lewis, one of the deep men on the punt return squad, and he'll, of course, remain in the ball game. He's prominent in that Garfield offense and a pretty good receiver for the Rams.
Troy Stark, the fleet-footed halfback, down very quickly that time, covering the punt for the Falcons, did a nice job of being able to bring Lewis down before he could get untracked.
Okay, remember Morris Cozy starting at fullback. They've got about 50 more pounds in that fullback position.
Well, he's a big young man, only a sophomore.
Wideouts, 2 on the left side and 1 on the right side. The backs are split. Cozy at fullback, and Martin also in the backfield with him. And here's the quarterback, Sims, handing off to his running back across the 20 and out to the 23-yard line, and maybe the 24. It was Morris Cozy, the sophomore fullback, on the carry, and he gained about 3 on the play.
I like that strategy by Bill McGee, Bob, giving the ball to the young man right away and trying to give him a little bit of confidence as he starts in this big city championship game.
The clock in this bright sunlight today is very, very difficult to read, even through the binoculars. Very tough. I believe we have just over 7 minutes remaining in the quarter. Here's the handoff off the right side this time. White fighting for yardage. John White, the 195-pound senior, has a first down, I believe, as he crossed the 30-yard line. Yes, he does have enough for a Garfield first down. The Rams' first down of the game.
Counter action there where they fake the fullback to the left and give it to John White, the left halfback, running off his right tackle. And White crossed the 30, as you mentioned, was brought down by the fine defensive halfback Chris Johnson, but not before he picks up the Rams' first down of the game.
Got it just across the 31-yard line. First quarter action, and we have an injured Firestone Falcon down on the field. A brief injury timeout while the player is being attended to. One of the linemen, I believe, is shaken up for Firestone on the play. I caught part of the number.
Looks like a 1. Might be the second digit. We really don't know what the first digit of that number is. It might be 51, perhaps 61. 61, yeah. Ron Schneider. I saw the 6. You saw the 1. Schneider,
see, you've got a different angle on it over there. It is 61, and he is up, and we're glad to see that. He's being helped off, but going off for the most part under his own power. Ron Schneider, defensive tackle for the Falcons. Thomas Lewis split wide to the left side, got Anderson in the slot, so both wide receivers are on the near side. Full house backfield for the Rams this time. They got a first down from their own 31-yard line. No score, first quarter action at the Rubber Bowl. Marcus Sims handing off for good yardage, and Martin lost the ball, had it taken away, and Firestone has come up with it inside the Garfield 40-yard line.
That was Eric Harris, Bob, who went in at one of the defensive end positions for the Firestone Falcons, recovering that fumble in the first break of the game, and we'll see if the Falcons can capitalize on this.
Okay, he had a nice gain on the play. Dwayne Martin, the 170-pound junior, but the ball was stripped away, and the Falcons have excellent field position at the 39-yard line of the Garfield Rams. 2 wideouts on the right side. As the quarterback, Buckner, goes straight back to throw under a rush. He's hit, gets rid of it, though. Harris at the 40, inside the 40, down to the 38. So after all is said and done, he gains a couple of yards on the play. The quarterback, Buckner, did well to get rid of that football. He was under a heavy rush.
He was under a heavy rush, and he had the safety valve out to the right, and Eric Harris, who was able to catch the ball in the flats and drag down after 3 yards by the fine inside linebacker. Again, Derek Martin, who is so far is all over this field.
6:35 remaining here in this first quarter. No score. Each team has had the ball. Well, Firestone now on his second possession. Garfield has had it once, and Buckner going back, and on the delay, the draw play up the middle doesn't work. Thrown for a loss back to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 as he handed the ball to Harris. As he tried to draw, and it just did not work. Loss of a couple.
Waiting there, or not, I should say not waiting, but the inside linebacker blitzing that young man again. Derek Martin made the tackle on the fullback who took the ball on the draw play and held it to no gain.
Griffin is wide on the right side. And they've got Stallworth in a slot to the right. Buckner back to throw. And it's picked off at the 32 and then dropped. Incomplete at the 27, actually, of Garfield. And getting over there for the Rams was Derek Martin to make the defensive play, and he's upset with himself because he was unable to hang on to the ball.
Derek, I believe, was looking where he was at and how much field he had ahead of him. Believe me, it was all green, but he just could not hold on to the ball. The young man making 3 very fine defensive plays in succession.
And 5:47 remaining now. Clock stopped, of course, on the incomplete forward pass, and Firestone at the 39-yard line with a 4th down. They need about 9 for the first down, and they're going to go for it here. Again, they have 2 wideouts on the right side. Back to throw Buckner. Slanting over the middle. He's got a man at the 30, inside the 30 to the 25, and it's a first down, and he's brought down. Pass completion to 36, Julius Griffin, the sophomore, a 140-pounder.
Right, Griffith again coming across that time from the slot back position, able to catch the pass from Buckner on a little drag pattern, and Griffith gets another first down for the Falcons.
Falcons looking for a little revenge against Garfield. Garfield, of course, dominating in this City Series championship game, and regular season play pretty much, too, for the most part. The last couple of years, they've kind of taken a little bit of a back seat to those tough Buchtel Griffith